Guys, and welcome to another episode of The Shirtless Chef. This week's inspiration is obviously down to the fact that England won the Six Nations. Come on, the boys. Right, and there is always one vegetable that is associated with rugby. Can you guess what it is? Right, it's cauliflower. Alright, so this week we're going to be cooking up a cauliflower pizza. It's a great vegan alternative to bread. It also tastes so good, and it's a great way to actually cut down the amount of carbs and fat that you might actually get within your actual bread, sort of bread sauce that you may choose to have. So guys, going to be cooking up that pizza. Pretty much what you're going to need today is a cauliflower. We've got an extra large because it's just literally, why the hell not? We've got bacon, we've got mushrooms, and we've got a little broccoli as well. And also guys, the other bit we're going to need is an egg, or a couple of eggs in fact. So yeah, gonna get you fired off and into this, and yeah, as always guys, ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Time's on. Okay, right, so bringing ourselves over first and foremost. We're actually going to leave the toppings to one side to do whilst we're on our break in between our cauliflower. So first things first guys, these cauliflowers are very full of moisture. So the key thing really is to try and get as much of your moisture out of the cauliflower as possible. So what we're going to do, if I can cut through into this. Woo, look at that. Half a cauliflower. Right, you really don't, obviously you don't want the bottom, and the other bit you not really want to, what you want to cut yourself down to is the florets. And florets, in case you're really thinking, oh, that's that kind of technical word, it's just literally the bud of here. So it's just trying to cut as much of that stalk out as you can, and stem out, and yeah, just down into those. Okay, so first things first guys, if you've got a NutriBullet or any sort of food processor, then you can throw this straight in. I'm actually going to use a lovely grater here. Guys, obviously we're going to be going for the bigger holes down the bottom there as well. So guys, as always, literally got ourselves up on the scales, set and ready to go. And all you're going to do is take the floret and throw it away. Obviously do some of the stem just to make use out of as much of the actual floret as you can. And then obviously tap yourself in. Out of that one big floret guys, it's about 122 grams in there. Really what you're kind of looking for is about 150 grams to every one egg. So I'm just going to grate out another one of these. And hopefully just find yourself out and about. All you're going to do is pour this lovely bit. As you can see, we have got the world's best and biggest pan up in the house. So literally all you're going to do guys is try and spread that out nice and evenly. Obviously for us guys, obviously when we're using this, it's going to take about 10 minutes using the pan. But if you're lucky enough to have a microwave that's actually working at this present time, then you could just chuck it in the microwave for about 3 or 4 minutes. With a fork, guys, all we're going to do, for any of these that make scrambled egg inside the bowl, is just lifting, literally easiest way, if you hold like chopsticks, you can be on that side, just hold it with like one finger over, one finger either side, and all you're going to do is just a lifting motion, just lifting, just putting as much air into that egg as possible. Let's get it nice and through. You should do a slight, obviously cooking, so that lovely cauliflower smell as it's cooking up. And you smell it, it's like, I'm not going to say it smells a bit like old socks, but you know. Into our eggs, we're then going to throw some garlic. Also going to throw some Himalayan salt, as you know we like it. Couple of twists. And guys, who watch other episodes where this seems like I'm chucking absolutely loads of pepper into the actual mix. This shake is actually a bit busted. So it's not actually as much as it kind of sounds like. I'll even give you a little show of how much is actually in here. Don't worry, there'll be a new one next week. So look, not actually even all that much. Happy? Satisfied? Okay. Just mixing that back up in there. Just making sure that mixes all going throughout. check on about 14 minutes 20. That's still ticking along. So what we can do, guys, whilst that is going, we're going to come back into our toppings. Right, guys, so I've decided to go for just mushrooms, again, kind of keeping it pretty veggie based. Just going with mushrooms and going to grate some broccoli over the top. Alternatively, guys, you can obviously throw your cheese in. You can throw cheese on top, tomato puree, any of those sort of things, and make your pizza as personal and as tasty as you want it to go. And again, guys, here we go. We're going to go with 2 rashers of bacon. Nifty trick, guys. All of you that cannot be bothered with slicing up bacon, it is none other than scissors. This is an absolute godsend, a lifesaver at times. Literally, instead of trying to slice it up and try to get through all that, try to slice it properly. Look at this. Just cut. How much easier is that? Yeah, you can pretty much do the same thing with most of your meats as well, guys. If you're not really one that wants to get their hand stuck in and chuck it up, it's just so much easier just to get that straight through, as you can all see. And plus, you can do a lot more evenly shaped bits. Yeah, little life hack for you there. So what we're going to do, guys, with our lovely clean tea towel right here, we're literally, that has been on 18 minutes. The actual time that we put it on was actually somewhere around 5 minutes 40, I believe. So we're actually going to take that off now and just dry it out onto an actual tea towel. Just a good way, guys, obviously if you just put this up into your tea towel, then it just gives you the opportunity just to dry that all out. So what we're going to do is just obviously move this around, try and get nice and flat. And obviously, guys, you'll feel it's still quite moist in there. So obviously what you're going to do, fold over, push it out, and as you should be able to see, moisture should just be coming out of that. It's getting nice and wet, as you can even see from underneath, and you'll see from the top of here, that moisture starting to all come out actually into our towel. So what you can do with this now, guys, is obviously once it's all caught in the bottom here, you actually take it over to your sink and just wring it out and just dry it all out. Now that we've got all this lovely mix all done and dusted, this, by the way, we'll do is slide the whole mix Well, guys, now obviously just for your mix, all you're going to do is mixing this around. As I said, guys, before, so it's about well, I've gone with 300 grams of cauliflower in with 2 large eggs. Okay, so your mix is kind of sloppy, slightly sloppy mix, a little bit like batter in that aspect. And all we're going to do is pour it onto the plate on here, onto our parchment paper and tray. And obviously, guys, you can move this around into whatever shape you like. Just going to go with some sort of square, but the really important bit is just to make sure that it's about level the entire way around. So guys, kind of got the shape that I want it to be in now. Another important bit, guys, make sure that you move the edges, build them up like you would do a crust. As you said, it's going to be like a pizza, so you don't want the sides just to be all crisp and burning off. So make sure you create a little bit of a ridge around the edge of your pizza, just so the sides don't cook too quickly and get too burnt off. Guys, as you can see, it's pretty much already kind of staying together as it is. And yeah, this is, if you can kind of see the thickness of the pizza down there. Okay, Keep this slipping aside. And this is just nice and simply just going to go straight into the oven that we've already had preheated. And in, guys, that's going to go for 20 minutes. All right. So guys, it's actually been just over 21 minutes now, almost on the 22 mark, and we're actually going to be taking the cauliflower pizza out of the oven. Let's see what we got. Woo, it's hot, baby. Hot. And there she blows. Look at that. But for this case, we're literally just going to throw a little bits of, let's turn that one off, bacon on top. Also got our lovely diced up mushrooms that we diced up earlier. Sprinkle those bad boys on top. Guys, as I mentioned before, then throw all those mushrooms on top. Lovely and done. And then coming back to our broccoli, as we mentioned earlier, all we're going to do is take again the thicker side of it and grate broccoli. Okay, then we're going to do from that point, guys, whack your oven onto your grill. Ramp it up nice and high. Throw that puppy in for about another 5 minutes. And voila! That is our pizza with its toppings. We take this to one side. That. Guys, probably it's just taken just over an hour from start to finish. So again, it's not particularly one of those recipes that's going to take you like done in a bit of a time, but it does give you an alternative to actually cooking and eating without bread. And it's also a great thing to be able to throw up on your table if you've got dinner dates going on, or if you've got guests coming over, something just to show off a little bit with, eh? But yeah, in case you are wondering, it's not been eyeshadow, it is actually a black eye. Oh, it's all been rugby orientated this week, eh? So, but yeah, guys, so as always, this has been episode 3. Episode 4 is coming at you next week, same time, same place, 7 PM on a Tuesday. So make sure you stay tuned and ready and in for that. Otherwise, guys, you can always catch us up at We Train Bear, up on Facebook, up on Instagram, on Snapchat, and up on Twitter. So yeah, guys, otherwise, hope you've had a great week. Carry on the celebrations because England won the Six Nations. Oh yes, oh yes. And I shall see you on the other side. Hey? Alright guys, been the Shirtless Chef. And as always, we train bear.